We're going for the is a race to 4, best of 5 sets, and sending it to the Predator press box. Take it away, guys.
And here we go, semifinals of the World Team Championships, Poland versus Austria. Zara Corlison here with Ben Francis. Ready to rock, Ben.
What a match we have in the semifinal here. Players are lagging, ever important to win that first break, but also if it goes to a shootout, whoever wins the lag gets to choose who shoots first and from what side, and I think that's very important.
Yeah, set format is best of 5 sets. First set will start off with a team event. Each player will play 1 rack, race to 4. Second set will be mixed doubles. Third set will be,
Yeah,
mixed doubles.
Yeah, or same-sex doubles, second set.
Yes, men's
Third
doubles.
Set, mixed doubles. Yeah.
Yes. Men's doubles in the second set, mixed doubles in the third set, and a men's singles in the fourth set. If it's tied after 4 sets, they'll go to a shootout, and these two teams, it could likely happen. They've met before in this tournament. Austria went ahead with a 3-0 victory.
They snuck by a close one last night out on table 3. They won in the shootout against Vietnam. That match could have went either way. We could have been seeing Vietnam here versus Poland quite easily.
Yeah, Poland's come back strong after their defeat by Austria.
Looks like we're going to have Poland to break first. This young man, semi-finalist in the men's open, is having himself a week out there. Looking to take home that top prize money for his team, $120,000 to the winner of this event. Let's watch the 1 ball on the side. Break has not been working. Cue ball straight in.
Directly in the corner. Don't see that very often.
No, he hit it way thin, slipped off the side of it. This is not the guy you want to get ball in hand. He's had himself a great week. Also a semi-finalist in the men's open.
Daniel Maciol for Poland. Final 8 in the men's open. So we got cream of the crop here.
As expected, and on arena number 1 we have crowd favorites Team USA taking on Team Philippines. Anybody's tournament from here, really. You can pick any one of those 4 teams to win this event. Max Lechner here looking good. All the balls kind of in the open. If he can get to this 3 ball, you'd think the work would be done.
Yeah, looks like the 8 passes comfortably past the 10.
All the way down here. Just going to get a little bounce and a nice angle on this 3 to come around the 4 for the same pocket, I believe. Could stay underneath it. I think he comes above it because he needs some kind of angle to get to the 5 in the same pocket.
Yeah, he's going to look for the best angle to get the cue ball back to the middle around the 5. You start going above it, you're going to tend to get a little straight, but you want to shoot it in the shorter pocket.
Yeah, I'd like to stay close to the side rail here, I think. That angle kind of going towards the 7 maybe with the draw shot. It's hard to get the other angle from where he is, I think.
Yeah. Although he'd want the other angle.
Ideally, the other angle, yeah. He has to stay on this side of it. Shot he had on the 3, not able to get to the other angle on the 4, but this should be okay. Does he draw into the 9?
I think he has to. It's too thin to hold. No rails.
Yeah, I'm not sure he could draw past the 9 and out to middle, so might have to just take the bump here on one of these balls. 7.
Well, he was trying to hit the 9, and he could be in trouble here.
Yeah, he needs a jump cue. Early mistake from Max.
Makeable jump. Doesn't have to move the cue ball very far for position.
Yeah, you got to put him as a small favorite here to make this ball. Players are so good with the jump cue nowadays. And Max especially being one of the taller players on tour, that tall bridge is much easier. Eric, you'd know all about that.
Yeah, huge ball to kick at, though.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of where the 7 goes and the cue ball after he makes this, because he's a huge favorite to make it.
Doesn't want the 8 to get involved with the cue ball. Likely won't.
Does he go just one rail at this or the second rail? Oh,
Careful,
not
the
that
point.
much. The second rail. Wow. That's a big mistake. He's
Yeah.
supposed to make that ball all the time.
Turnover from Austria in the first rack.
Wow, and by the looks of it, Albin is sitting out this match. Curious choice.
I wonder if they'll bring him in just for the singles.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see because you'd have to think that's their best player.
X factor for Poland is going to be Wesolowska. You can see her seated in the top right of your screen. She's held up very well over the course of the event.
Yeah, she's been very impressive. I haven't seen her play a lot, but what I've seen from her this week, she's been very steady out there. Coming around this ball. The same pocket. No, he holds for the side, and that's pretty good. Tight side pocket, so you have to be careful here. You got to put it right in the middle. No problem at all. Straight on 10 to put the first game on the board for Team Poland. See all those great sponsors along the arena boards. And a big shout out to Predator Group and the US Pro Billiard Series for hosting this amazing event. Best event I've ever been a part of. Super blessed to be here. Not only playing, but in the commentary box with you, Eric.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure having you.
I really love Predator supporting all levels of the game. The men's, the women's, the teams, but especially the juniors. Future of the game. Saw a great semifinal about an hour ago. We'll have the final of that junior event coming up at 4 o'clock. Don't want to miss that one.
All the World Team Championships will be at 7 time.
And we'll that's the old break back number 2 here and set number 1. That Junior Open will be Sophia now, the hometown favorite, versus Albert Januarta, the young Indonesian superstar.
Yeah, female making it to the final of an open tournament.
She's had a great week, made the quarterfinal of the Women's Open as well, so playing good, feeling good, obviously very confident out there.
Savannah Easton, the other American top junior, representing the U.S. in the semifinals over on table number 1. So future of American pool looking bright.
Very, very bright. Yeah, Hayden Ernst, the young superstar as well. He had a great run to the semifinal of the Junior Open. Guaranteed to be a force to be reckoned with. Only 14 years old, already playing elite level pool. Tough one here for Mario. Long way away from the 1, queuing over the 3.
So he's just okay to queue at the middle of the cue ball. Tough shot, no doubt.
Yeah, easy to miss that ball.
Doesn't look like the 3 passes the 7. Poland's going to be looking to get an angle on the 2 where they can open up the 3.
Yeah.
Short side is available on the 3 as well, and maybe even times where he could run into the 8 and get into that short side properly. Tough shot here.
Yeah, can he go forward or does he need to draw this one back?
I like something with forward. The 9 ball's kind of in the path of cue ball coming back, but maybe to the right of it. Traveling pretty close to the 2, but I don't like putting inside on a shot like this.
No, not from that distance.
He has the corner actually too. I thought the 4 was blocking it.
Yeah, the 2 will go in the corner. Needs this one to travel a bit. On the wrong side here, if anything. Maybe just a safety from the 3.
I think it has to be. He's looking at getting into some kind of carom area. It's going to take a bunch of left spin in that case.
Does it maybe just slip by the 7 to half a
Possibly.
pocket? I think we're about to find out. Well, I didn't want the cue ball right on the rail here. That makes it a lot tougher. Yeah, it's called the 3.
Yeah, looked like he didn't have much pocket there, but he does. Likely not a full pocket.
And most likely going to be a mile away from the 4. It's hard to get close to the 4 here and still be accurate on the 3. You have to put most of your focus into making the 3 into that tight pocket.
Lots of room.
Yeah, more room than the camera looked from that angle. Might have to run into the 5 here. Can he get underneath it?
Yeah, I'd be a little worried that the cue ball's running into the top side of the 5 and pushing it towards the 6. That can work, but you'd prefer to push the 5 towards the bottom left. I don't know if he can.
He's going to power draw it across.
Sides there too on a soft draw. You're right.
That was my first thought was, yeah, underneath it, but look how good he's played this ball. Sweet shot. Again, maybe running into a ball, though. Can he go forward and miss the 6, or does he just take a little bump on the 6, push it towards the bottom right?
He might just miss it.
It's on a good line if he just had to bump it a little. Well, not like that.
It's okay still, I think.
I think just okay. It looked like he was only going to have a bank shot on the 6, but I think he can still cut this one in. Cue ball's going natural towards the 7. This is a best of 5 sets. There's plenty of pool to be played out there. Both teams going to get lots of opportunities.
Yeah, every set is big, but if you think about it, as far as the first set, the team that wins the first set will have 3 shots, 3 sets to make it back to guaranteeing a shootout. So the first set's very big.
Yeah, I agree. And I think a lot of times whoever's won the first set is won the match.
I'd like to see some stats on that, but I bet it's pretty high, yeah.
Yeah. Momentum, very important in pool. Daniel looking good to give Poland a 2-0 lead. I do think Jasmine can be a big difference maker in this match. Certainly slightly outmatching her female counterpart on Poland.
Yeah, and she's going to need to be in this first set here. They're likely going to be down 2-0. Going to need a win from her to get back to 2-1. But yeah, again, surprising they didn't bring out Albin here.
Yeah, I'm very shocked by that. I know he had a bit of a rough match last night, but he's still the best player in Austria. I don't think there's any arguing that. Maybe trying to save him for the final? No, you couldn't do that. You got to get through this match first.
Yeah, and it doesn't even make sense to bring him in for the singles because he'll be out of table play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't think we'll see him in this match. It could have been his choice, really. He might have said, no, I'm just not feeling it. Max, you play. There he is.
Definitely possible. Can't pick up anything from him there.
No, and you never can. Stone cold killer, that guy. Very focused all the time, even when he's in the crowd. But yeah, he doesn't look ready to play at all. I don't think we're going to see him this match.
Wesselov's got a break for Poland. She hit the rack well in the previous match I did at first. Didn't make many balls, but I like how good power and good squareness, good control.
Yeah, she was very impressive in that last match that I watched her as well. And then she was here late last night practicing. Even after they won, she was still getting some table time in, trying to get ready for today. Taking it very seriously.
hit, small cut. Four ball's got a chance, knocked down. Thin look for Jasmine here.
We saw this in the last match with the juniors. The break success very low. I think through 10 breaks they hadn't made a ball. The table's breaking tough out there, which I love. I think it makes for great pool. Lots of moving to see all aspects of the game, not just a big break and run out. Very thin on the one ball, but I think she plays it.
Yeah, I think so too. And try to play the cue ball to the right of the 2 and not contacting the 6. Tough play overall.
Yeah,
I don't really like spinning it. It's too far away.
And
She did spin it with some right spin. She could avoid the 2 to the left, but I think something closer to straight high.
especially elevated like this, queuing between the 3-5. You don't want to flirt with too much side spin here. Well, and it was the side spin that got her. I think Eric had deflected and caused her to hit the ball thick.
Got a roll.
Yeah, that's the first roll we've seen. Definitely the little rubs and rolls will play a part in these matches. There's a certain amount of luck involved. But I really think with this format, you get your own say in the match. You're going to have chances. They're going to get to decide what happens.
Yeah, none of those stories, like the guy broke and ran 5 on me and I didn't shoot for 5 games. It's not going to be like that.
Yeah, or he just got lucky. Every time he missed, I was hooked. I don't think that's the case. Wow, how square did she hit that one? Great shot.
A thin one for Jasmine. A little too thin this time, I think. Bank's there, though.
Yeah, maybe the bank. These players bank so well. It's almost a hanger from here for her. And the position is there. The cue ball's running towards the 2. She hasn't called it. That tells me she's just playing safety, I think. Did she call it and I didn't notice?
Yeah, bank's there.
Great shot. Really great shot from Jasmine there.
Fine line if she can get enough to the left with some left spin here. Cue ball definitely is playing to the right a little bit, and it's tough to really affect the cue ball with a bunch of left on newer cloth like this.
Yeah, it doesn't want to grip over there. She might need to try something different. Knowing that it won't grip there. Oh, it gripped okay.
Just got there.
Just dealing with the 7 a little bit here. It's not easy to keep control of the cue ball.
If she can draw the cue ball enough to get to the top side of the 7 and make the 7 miss the 4 on the way to the rail, that'll be the safest play, but it's kind of playing into the middle of it a little more.
It might even move the 4 here.
Yeah, she can't get into the top side of it, too much angle, so risk of the 4 moving and risk of the 7 getting in between the cue ball and the 4.
She's going to be extra careful here.
Oh, if it goes in the pocket, that'll do.
That's handy. One less ball to shoot. Time saver. Good shot she played there. Nicely controlled. Stopping the cue ball right there. Doesn't want too much angle on the 5. And straight in would have to be okay. Looks perfect to me, Eric.
If anything, a little too much angle where she can't draw straight back.
Yeah, I think the cue ball's going towards the side pocket a little, but she might be able to draw above it. If not, she can stay on the other side of the 6, but I think she's okay here. Smooth draw. The tables are real grippy with the draw shot. Especially that Revo really wants to grip it too. The new carbon shafts all gripping the draw quite a bit.
Perfect line now.
Yeah, cue ball right back where it is now is a good target. Pinch that one in there nicely to avoid having to use a rail. Good here to get Austria on the board. They needed her here. She's going to deliver. Quality out from where she was at. Katarzyna wiping off her pants there. Helping her out. Max to break rack number 4. Good sized crowd filing in. Not many seats to be had on this table, but 0 seats to be had on the other table with Team USA playing Team Philippines. It's standing room only over there.
Yeah, they're into the third game. Might be an update on the score here shortly. It's 1-1 right now in set number 1.
Max Lechner to break rack number 4 here in the first set. Looking for the 1 ball on the side, but really any ball down to just keep him at the table.
Perfect cue ball control.
1 ball hit all the horns there.
Neither team's really found it yet on the break.
He's opened up, wide open. Only the 8 ball looking a little precarious, but the 6 and the 7 ball kind of right there. Shouldn't be too hard to deal with. Tough opening shot on the 1 though. This is real thin, and the cue ball is going to be traveling through some traffic.
Yeah, I think his first thought here is going to be safe.
Yeah, I like trying to stay offensive here. Try to cut this one in if you can. It's just a matter of where the cue ball is going. He's winding up for the cut shot. Does draw behind this stuff. Wow, how good is that?
Yeah, cue ball control had to be perfect there, and he kind of rubbed on the 6, and he was in big danger of going in the corner pocket. Could have also gone directly in the corner. It's perfectly played, and Lechner's trapped behind the 6-9 now.
He absolutely jailed him here. Lechner's going to look to tie up a ball, because I don't think there's any way to get at this one. In fact, I know there's no way to get at this one. There's nothing there.
Off both points or something crazy, which would never happen. Tried to get it a little more frozen and a little more away from the rail.
I left the combination on.
Yeah, it's not far off.
But even with where the 7 is, I figure he could develop the 8 if he needed to.
Yeah, he will have to cut it. It's not a direct combo.
Yeah, I think he'd try to avoid the combo if he can. Try to get some kind of angle on the 7 to maybe bump it. Could also play for a bank, but I think that would be the last option. Worst case scenario. Got to deal with these balls first, though.
He's making a plan now. He wants to get every angle leading up to the 7 or possibly the 6, but most likely the 7 if he wants to make a breakout.
Bit surprised to see him use his extension there. I think he would save it in case something goes wrong with the 7.
I mean, usually in rotation you're planning 3 balls ahead, but when you have a breakout situation like this or something outside the box, you can kind of make a plan at the beginning of the rack.
Yeah, and then just work 3 balls at a time, but you got to have an idea what's going on up there. Maybe you need to shoot the 3 and break it out or something, so you don't want to miss a beat. Really think about it before you shoot the first ball, even though it's 7 balls away.
Could go into it off the 4, man.
Yeah, you could. Definitely could. A little bit risky, but it would pay off. I mean, high risk, high reward, right?
See if he cues at this withdraw. If he does, he might be going into it. Looks like he's on the top side of the ball, so probably going to leave it for a bit here. He did go with top. The natural angle was there.
Oh, what a great shot. Straight into the 8 there. Beautiful. Just enough room between the side pocket and the 5 where he can stun off the rail there. I think he's got just enough of the rail.
Yeah, big game coming in, playing a good solid safe on the first shot. Looking well on his way to run the rack now.
It's maybe one of the best safeties of the event. Just jailed him there. There's absolutely no way out. Max did what he had to do and put, you know, the 9 by the 8. Force Wojciech into doing something with it, but he's handled it. Seems to be nicely settled into the table conditions. He's had himself a great week. Really moving the cue ball well. Doing everything well.
Yeah, it wasn't much he could do in his semifinal loss to Josh Filler. Josh Filler really just dominated the field. Dropped a set in the final. Dropped, I think, 3 sets along the way, but really looked strong all week. Made it to the quarterfinals in the World Teams with Pia Filler and Moritz Neuhausen. They were the defending champions.
He looked unstoppable up until that team match. He started missing balls I've never seen him miss.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the story there.
Yeah, all kinds of missed balls.
Huh.
I mean, USA played really great too. Shane just so clutch in those big moments, but Joshua missed a whole bunch of balls I never expected to miss.
Well, he is human.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a beating heart like the rest of us. And there was a ton of pressure out there. I mean, a lot of prize money up for grabs, but your country's hopes on the line. And a lot of these players very patriotic, very proud to play for their country.
Gotta watch the speed a little bit here.
Got a bit of a big bounce, but he's okay.
Poland on the hill first in set number 1. Breaking in rack number 5. Pasiol up next for Poland.
Good work there. He beat Max in both games. I think if they lose this, they're going to question themselves why Albin's not playing.
For sure, and I think it just leaves overall doubt to just kind of the whole chemistry. I don't know. You know, he was playing the earlier rounds, so could have been a personal decision on Albin's part. We don't want to speculate too much, and it is pure speculation that I'm saying that.
Yeah, no, that is kind of what I'm thinking too, because I mean, if it was up to Jasmine, Mario, and Max, you think they're going to tell him he has to play, right?
Yeah,
it's their best player. But yeah, he might have just decided he's not ready for this match. He's not feeling it. He had a rough last match. Last night, he just didn't play too good. He was real upset with himself. These guys plenty capable, though. 2 of the best players in the world, Mario He and Max Lechner. But Mario has been struggling a little of lately.
Yeah, I just haven't seen him near that Final Four type finish that he's had 3 years previous.
Yeah, we're used to seeing him at the business end of the tournaments, but he hasn't been there for a little while. I mean, it's not all on him. The field is getting stronger by the minute.
Yeah.
These players are so good, and the field is so deep. It's really hard to be consistent out there. Dry break's gonna leave Mario maybe a push, maybe a jump. I don't think he jumps at this ball. Oh, what
there he goes.
Might be a big pocket. That's why he's choosing this. It has a chance to go in off the 7 too, maybe.
On an overcut, not off the short rail, I don't think. But yeah, small factor. Cue ball's going to be loose here. Ideally running into the 2-5 coming back. Almost went off the 7.
Yeah, he overcut it too much. He's not going to get away with it. This has crept around the 10 and left the shot on here.
Yeah, set winning chance for Messiol here.
He's another player I think is just getting better. Every time I see him shoot a ball, he's a little better. Still very young.
Winner of the Qatar Open, $100,000 first prize. No stranger to big pressure and big money.
Oh, he lost the spin a little bit there. Came up short on this 2-ball. Should be okay. He could drop underneath the 3. You can see a little shake of the head there. He knows he misplayed that one. Now he needs to get back in line.
Yeah, I think the cue ball's going to the right of the 7, so it's going to take a bunch of left spin, which will tend to run out because of the speed he has to hit it at. You can still get something manageable on the 3 here.
You can see him look underneath there. Okay, he's coming above the 3. What a great shot this is.
Yeah, had to miss the 7 there. Didn't miss it by much. Great shot.
Yeah, and it's easy to let the spin take over there too, but he hit it with a nice flat ball. Perfectly in line here, and the last 5 balls all on the same end of the table means you won't have to work the cue ball too much. Big favorite to get out here.
I would assume Max will be kind of taking the captain's role on the Austrian team now that Albin's sitting, so likely going to be Jasmine and Mario up in the mixed doubles.
Well, next match we'll have here is going to be the 2 guys playing. But yeah, I saw Max. He was the one filling out the score sheet. I think even when Albin was playing, Max was still kind of taking over the captain's role. Want a little angle on this 8 to get above the 9. You'd rather not shoot the 9 in the long pocket. Always trying to play to the short pocket if you can. Hear the beeps of the shot clock there. They get 30 seconds per shot with 1 30-second extension per game. 60 seconds after the break to decide. And we've seen a few times where that shot clock's a real factor. When those beeps start going off, it'll make you panic a little bit and rush the decision.
Especially when you start playing doubles too. It's, you know, you're always going to have a bit of intuition to be communicating with your partner. Got to be careful, always aware of the clock situation.
I really love this Predator shot clock with the 1 beep at 10 seconds. I think it's genius. It really gives you a feel for how much time you have left without having to always look at the clock.
Yeah.
And we've seen in the past players will time it to those last 5 beeps, but I think a lot of them are trying to avoid those last 5. So when they hear that beep at 10, they're ready to pull the trigger within 5 seconds.
There it is. Poland with a very strong first set. Overall scoreline 4-1.
We'll see Austria leave the arena, possibly both teams, but we are going to have a little timeout. Eric and
Players back into the arena for set number 2. We're going to have a men's doubles match between Mario He and Max Lechner against Daniel Messiol and Wojciech Szewczak. Poland played a great first set, missing 0 balls, winning 4-1.
Austria also with 0 missed balls in that first set, but losing 4-1 tells you the quality of play.
Poland came in at an 871 overall performance.
The power from Mario He on the break made zero difference. Balls still don't want to go in.
Yeah, we're 0 for 6 on the break now. Both teams combined.
Looks like they have a shot on the 1 ball here. Can they get to the 2 is the question. Not easily.
Yeah, cue ball's not running into the 6, it's running past the 6, and once you start going past it, it's too tough to get a shot on the 2.
Would you consider elevating and trying to stop the cue ball right there?
If the path of the 1 is going right next to the 6, once it lengthens out, it might get onto the 2.
Yeah, it looks like it's going just a hair to the right.
It's going the other way.
To the left, and he's right behind the 6 here.
It's a bit of an illusion. I could have swore he was going to the right off that ball.
Oh, me too. Yeah, the camera angles are deceiving. Can chalk that one up to a big mistake, though. He's not supposed to freeze him on the 6 from where he was.
Yeah.
Daniel's going to need to bail him out with a big kick shot here. Lots of good things can happen if he hits this 2, though. The 4 ball looks pretty big to me, though.
Yeah, a bit of right spin if he needs it.
Yeah, the right spin is a little touchy. Cueing close to the 6. He's hit it great. But it does go by the 6 into the corner, as we can see from that camera angle.
Cue ball's running into the 7, which isn't going to help Austria, so they're going to have to elevate here.
Yeah, this one, I think you got to jack up and draw it back a little bit. As you can see, Max with backhand way up in there.
Shot.
He's done well there, and I think they're in good position. The 5 over the hole after the 4. The other balls lay pretty good.
Austria just going to look to get some table time in here, too. Really locked out pretty badly in the first set.
Not much they could do. I remember in particular one super safety had Max in absolute jail. He couldn't do anything but foul on purpose, and it didn't work out. Call their extension, have a discussion here. I think Mario said just draw it all the way back the end rail if you can. Lots of open space over there. I like this choice. He's going to be on the rail, and he's going to have a comfortable distance. Get underneath this cue ball and draw towards the 6.
Yeah, just up the right long rail here.
Yeah, a little low, a little left spin. Doesn't need a whole bunch of either. Table's real grippy out there. That's a good shot.
Nothing in their way now. Yeah, I was just looking to see, because both teams haven't made a ball off the break, I was going to see what the first shot after the break looked like, and actually 2/3 of it went to Austria.
It's a big stat.
So it's not saying that they really got unlucky after not making a ball on the break or not being able to see the first ball.
Yeah, they've had some chances. Not a lot of chances, but definitely they've had some. Just a little top spin, little right spin. It's going to carry straight towards the 9 on a good line here.
Joint decision here. They could stay below it, or they could come 2 rails around it. Even 1 rail back is fine. I think they'll just simplify it.
Timing looked a little off on that stroke. Like the pause was really long. That might have caused him to come up just a little short. Max should be able to handle it, but you know, Mario was trying to leave him straight in.
Shot from Lechner, and Austria taking down rack number 1. See if we can get something going on the break here.
Yeah, I think Max 0 for 2 on the break.
Hear the cheers coming from table 1. USA's won the first set.
Anna closing it out. The crowd loved that. So did Shane and Sky. Shane pumping her up. I love it. Sure got the crowd in it over there. What a great crowd.
Well, this is the furthest the USA's ever been in the World Team Championships by far. They did actually make it to the quarterfinals in Puerto Rico, but it just feels different this year, like they actually have a chance to win it.
Wow, and on home soil in front of Savannah's home crowd. Look at this, he's going to try one from the middle here. I guess when you're breaking from the side rail, nothing's working. Maybe you switch it up, but this has never worked the whole tournament.
Yeah, I did a singles match of his, and it actually did work for him in that turn. He hit some real good big pop, but yeah, look at this, man.
He tried that against me once too, and it didn't work.
Just one time and out?
Just
yeah.
one and done.
And
yeah.
he'd probably be one and out here too because he's scratched. I mean, yeah. The thing is, you know, he's been hitting the other break for so long throughout the tournament. Now you're just kind of messing with your overall perception when you change it up like that.
Yeah, because usually he's got one of the best breaks from that spot under different conditions, but it just hasn't worked here. Katarzyna looking very focused there.
7 ball's going to have to be developed.
Yeah.
Can be done off the 2, but that won't help for the 3.
That was my first thought, was were they going to consider doing it off the 2, but I don't think so. There's not many better opportunities. Maybe just lay up underneath it later for a good safety.
That'll be a little tough to get underneath it, though, with where the 6 is at. I guess they could draw straight back off that angle.
Yeah, and the 9 sort of in the way, right?
They kind of need to be straight regardless on the 6, so.
Would they be tempted here?
Could, definitely could. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, there it goes, measuring the angle.
Should get a shot on the 5. Especially if they kiss the top side of the 10. I think it's worth a try. Oh, they're on the 4 ball next. Easy to be hooked on that one, Eric, I think.
Had to catch the 7, and he caught it perfectly.
Beautiful. Beautiful shot. Well, good thing you pointed out the 4. I would have been playing shape on the 5, and I would have made a mess of it.
I doubt it if you were actually on the table.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. 5 to the 6, still a little tricky. Low 50-yard line here. Not sure he was playing to the corner or the side. I think he was playing to the side.
The side's still available, but very tough to draw the cue ball all the way back over on the left long rail, and that's what they'll be looking for to get the cue ball back to the 7. Go for the thin one, just like the heavy draw isn't there.
Yeah, I wondered if they could go forward 2 rails towards the 6-9, or if they could draw that same direction. I think it's tough either way.
Yeah, they've only been looking at this thin angle the whole time, so let's just not be there. Problem with the thin angle is that they have to come back for the 7 in the left middle, and it's tough to get back to the top side of the table.
Yeah, I thought they had to get to this side rail in order to get something going towards the 7 next. They land too thin on the 6, no way to get to the 7. Well, let's see how they find a way over there.
It's about as thick as they could ever get. Come back 1 rail and bank the 7. Not the ideal thing they're looking for here. Maciel thinks they can beat the side.
I don't know where he's pointing there.
And the 9.
I don't think it works to get where he pointed. Rail's extra bouncy.
Just got there. Beautiful shot.
Oh, what a shot. That's a super shot from where he was. That was not as easy as he made it look.
That was about as thick as they could ever get on the 6. And then where it was only able to draw about a cue ball past the side pocket. Just executed brilliantly.
2 good shots, really. To get that thick on the 6 was a great shot, too. See Daniel cueing well over the other eye. Left-handed player looks to be super right eye dominant.
All the way inside the chin. It's really a deterrent overall. It's found a way to make it work. Looks smooth too.
Yeah, it is hard to play like that, right? You can see the difference, not from this angle, but his teammate's right over the middle of it. Just a little short there. He might have to go back and forth now.
Yeah. And he'll stay on this side of the table. Just a little more cue ball movement.
Yeah, I don't think you can risk holding this one. That's when the miss comes in all the time. Goes back and forth. He's high percentage to make the ball. Speed looks good. Great shot.
Poland likely inching close to 900 in the overall performance now. 882.
Still no missed balls, right?
Yeah. Clean in that stat department. Hasn't been many safes overall, Ben. Only 1 safe return from Austria.
It's been a strong set so far. Lots of runouts. Both teams playing real good. You see the match stats there. Overall for Poland, yeah, 885. Very high. Still 0 missed shots through 7 games. Exactly what we would expect here from the semifinal with these elite players.
And don't forget, it's always tough to play world class in any kind of team setting. When you're playing singles, you're kind of in there by yourself. You're playing your own patterns. You're shooting, say, 10 shots in one rack. This format, shooting half the shots playing doubles. Really out of sync in the first set. Just playing 1 game and then sitting for the rest. All players up for the task here.
Yeah, and massive amounts of pressure out there. Giant prize money, $120,000 to the winner, but more importantly, your country's hopes on the line. Can he get a ball? Looks like the 7 and the 1's gonna have a shot. A great shot with the 2 over the hole. What a great chance for Poland here to
picture perfect break after 8 breaks. Finally have something offensive here. No trouble, just got to stay in line with the cue ball. Be nice to be near the short rail on this one.
Yeah, because maybe the 2 to the 3, the only real test. Everything else is so wide open.
It's perfect. Play into the angle now.
And won't have to travel the cue ball too far after this shot. Yeah, I wondered if he would cross the line here or just stay on the other side of the 3. I like coming across it because if you land on a funny angle on the other side, you're dealing with the 8 and 9.
Yeah, I just realized that. Definitely more safe to play the cue ball up the left side towards the 4, and then you'll be into the angle on the 4 too.
Yeah, it's so much open table to work with here. It's going to come right in the line of the 4. I'd love to land straight in on that one. He's got a bit of the Carlo finger tap going on there. I just noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at how great he's hit this ball. Hit him real close to the 4. That's one difference I've seen from these really top-level elite players. They just get closer to the ball.
Yeah, Shane Van Boning noticeably is always close to his position.
That's just why they miss less, you know? The balls are easier to pocket when you're a little closer.
Well, and a lot of the time they're playing into the angle of their position too, right? So
the patterns is a big thing. Yeah, their angles are always so good that they can get a little closer to the object ball because they're coming in the perfect line of it. Similar to this.
yeah.
Saw where he pointed there, like a little angle on the 8. Maybe try to play the 9 in the same pocket. This looks perfect. Poland looking real good out there.
Yeah, still 0 missed shots and starting to throw in a break and run now. Gonna have to cross this one over. It's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty natural if you get the position. I think he'll handle this one, no problem. Right in the middle of the pocket. Quality out from Poland to take a 2-1 lead here in set number 2. And they're up a set, so this one's ever important for them. If they can win this one, they guarantee a shootout at the worst.
Yeah, Austria are already feeling the pressure, knowing they can't lose another set, really.
Yeah, tough to go down 2 sets knowing at best you get to a shootout. Don't look too worried over there. Staying focused. Mario having a laugh. Keeping it loose is good.
See Max back near the end of some major tournaments.
He's had himself a great week. Really played great pool. All the matches I watched him. I got to watch him up real close in one match too. Pulling a break, rack number 4 here in the second set. Coming off a break and run. They'd love to see a ball go down here and get a shot on the 1. Keep Austria in their chair.
Oh, almost lost the cue ball. Nothing down, a little off square.
Yeah, I'd like to say maybe a bad rack, but
Part of it, yeah.
not when he mishit it like that. You can't really blame the rack.
Yeah, you don't know for sure because it wasn't a square contact, but still with that amount of power and no balls up table,
Yeah,
bit rack relative there.
impossible to get them tight every time. The referees are doing a great job out there. From what I've seen, big improvement on all fronts, but the referees have been really great over these 10 days.
Does he only have 3 rails around here?
Yeah, or maybe the short rail, the top rail, just 1. That's tough to judge. Yeah, so where he's pointing there. The only nice thing about this kick shot, sometimes the line is to get the cue ball almost in the corner pocket if the 1 wasn't there. And you know we're all good at that. Scratch a million times. I know where it's going. Just got to limit the side spin. He's hit it great. It's not going to leave anything super easy. Maybe just a safety in return.
Offense will be trying to pocket the 1 and run the cue ball into the 6.
Yeah, kind of like that.
He's right-handed. He's on the wrong side of the table.
Quite tall. Won't have a problem reaching this one.
I'm just going to go defense. Too high percentage on the safe here.
Might be able to just freeze him on the 3. Well, no, not quite.
I just thought maybe trying to make something happen there, but I definitely get it when the safe is such high percentage.
I think I'm with you on that one. I think you got to make something happen. You're playing such a great team. You might play a good defensive shot and they just kick or jump out of it anyway. So anytime you can stay offensive, keep them in the chair, certainly should. Jump cue here for void check.
He's got it, but the cue ball's down
wow.
too.
Just a bit unlucky, really.
Yeah, tough roll there. Austria immediately looking at the breakout situation.
Yeah, the 7, 8, 9 up there in trouble.
Could be from the 5. Short rail up.
Now, worst case, you think they could get somewhere on the 7 and play a good safety, but they're going to try to develop it if they can. I think using their extension here, probably smart. Figure it out now before they rush to any decisions. Max said he's okay wrapping this one out of the bottom left corner. A little low, little right spin.
He's going to want an angle here if they're going to play the breakout I was talking about. So that's pretty good for the speed. They can get there.
That's
There's
very,
below it too, and then stun into it.
Yeah.
That ball would have a little more energy. I
Yeah.
actually like that a little better now, but it's actually slightly too much angle for that one.
yeah, maybe too much angle to hold it over there. You risk touching this one in with soft. I don't think so. Too much to ask for. So maybe it's just like a safety or something from the 7.
Yeah, it's too straight for the shot I was thinking about now. Then even playing into the 7 and moving the 9. I don't know if the 8 does pocket regardless.
Looks like a good angle to get Max where he asked to be.
Yeah, controlled approach here from Austria. Definitely things that could have gone wrong with the breakout attempt.
This isn't the easiest safety, though.
Yeah, if you can run the cue ball into the 9 and not have the 9 run into the 8, that'll be the best play, but it's close to the rail. Tough to avoid the double kiss.
Yeah, just trying to bank the 7 across. Yeah, the double kiss is definitely there.
Shot.
Yeah, great shot. Yeah, at first glance, I thought, well, you can't even really beat the double kiss without losing the cue ball, but played pretty nice.
Yeah, loaded it up with a bunch of inside there so it can hit it thinner.
And solved 2
Kinda-
problems there. Broke out the 7 while playing safe and kind of put the 8 into a better spot as well. Shot clock running down. Need to hit this one soon. Hit it pretty good, but he's going to sell out a pretty easy shot here with natural position.
Yeah. Austria winning this battle. Just a full pocket.
Cloth still nice and slippery, so the pockets are still accepting that shot. But if you gave it another week out here, that ball wouldn't go in.
Playing on 4 and 1/8 inch pockets. I think we only mentioned it briefly at the beginning of the match. Haven't have to mention it much throughout the match because there hasn't been any missed shots, so no reason to. But
is that the first missed shot? Might be. I guess it still went in, so you can't count it as a miss, though.
oh no, just saying they haven't missed any. So that's why we haven't been mentioning it.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, just a couple of safeties and really high quality play here. As we would expect from these players.
See who's going for the break here. I think it's going to be Mario. It is.
I think Alvin might have smiled a little bit there. Just a little, though.
Look at all the zeros in the missed shots category. 0 missed shots for the whole match so far.
Yeah, both teams in that player performance, 805 to 862. That's very high 2 numbers there. Break success, definitely a problem for all the players in this event. Nobody's really seemed to figure it out yet. Good sized crowd in here. Not too many empty seats left to be had in this arena, and definitely none in the other arena table. Lots of people standing around trying to get a view. Mario He to break. Track number 5 in the second set. He's got a couple of balls down and a shot at the 2.
Yeah, 5 side up 6 last minute. But offensive start here for Austria.
Yeah, first look they've had after the break. First ball they made.
Seems to be that one tie-up per rack, Ben. It's happened 3 or 4 times now.
It's just never easy, right?
Very tough to get into any kind of breakout here.
Yeah, with where the 4 is, there's not much available.
If they get near the right long rail, they can get straight on the 5 and stop the cue ball behind the 6. Kind of a similar progression to what they had last rack. On this ball.
First one. Wondered who would flinch first.
9 games in.
Wasn't sure it would be Max flinching first. He's been playing great.
Yeah, not on that one either.
Yeah, not that ball, yeah. Not after the first time they make a ball in the break, they get a look.
Yeah.
They waste it.
That's a big spot in the second set. Poland with a chance to get on the hill here first.
Yeah, definitely not panicking about the 5 because, like you alluded to, there's lots of safeties from that ball. You can just see it. Probably a good time to use the extension here and have a real good talk about this one.
Yeah, they're thinking about getting straight on the 4. It'd have to be a very small angle to actually have the angle to fall into the 5-6 if they were to go underneath it like that. But still, it's going to lend to that play where the cue ball ends up on the right long rail. Stick the cue ball behind the 5, behind the 6.
I think worst case, they land a little off angle on the 4. They can bury them on the 8.
Yeah. The other part of it is they don't want to be running into the 8, and they actually are here.
Yeah, this might be safety behind the 8, but might push the 4 a little too close to the pocket. Let's see.
So they have the 4 a lot closer to the breakout area now.
Smart shot.
This is going to be a big ball to hit for Mario here.
Yeah, 2 rails. Be the good choice. You got the 3rd rail over there too. Just looking at 1 rail surprised me, but
I think it'll be 2 in the end. Much bigger ball.
think a better chance for safety if he goes one rail, but less chance to make the ball. I'm really surprised to see him go one rail here.
I mean, there's always a chance to get safe even if you went two.
Yeah, that surprised me to go one there. I know the shot clock was running down too, but I don't know if he ever even looked at the two rail escape.
He did at the very start, but just got off of it.
Strange. Does his 4 pass? Not so sure. Into a tight pocket.
They both gotta have a tight look at it.
Wojciech just said, yeah, it'll rattle in there. Yeah. More room than it looked.
It's not going to be easy. Any kind of drawing angle could get caught on the point.
Switching hands here. Lots of players doing this nowadays. That was so smart.
No kidding. Just made the 9 so much more available by moving it.
You know, those are the kind of shots that Alex Pagulayan picks out all the time. I try to learn that from him. Just like really just look for those opportunities more often.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very, very smart shot.
Because the difference here obviously would be that he wouldn't have to get perfect on the 8. He did.
Might be a little close to the rail shooting the 9 next, but it's okay.
Yeah.
With the 9 so close to the pocket, you can manipulate the cue ball many different ways. Overcutting the ball, undercutting the ball, using the rail first. Yeah, and he doesn't go crazy trying to cheat the pocket there to get the cue ball off the rail. They just take what they can get. Swing this one around off 3 rails.
Yeah, I think it has to be 3 rails. If he catches it thick at all, there is a risk of coming up short. Down the line here, as long as he judges the deflection properly to get into the thin part of the 9, should be okay.
Yeah, sometimes that right spin can take off on you a little bit, sort of masse into the thick side of the balls. Let's catch it real thin, which he does.
Oh, but it
Slid a ton.
He had over followed off the first rail and kind of created an angle that he didn't expect to be there.
Does he cut this one in, Eric?
Banking it in.
Bit of a two-way shot here, trying to stick the cue ball on the end rail.
Big turning point in the second set coming here. Short. Where's it going to end up?
I think over the other corner. I think he way overhit it.
No short on speed for that. Banks there.
Yeah, maybe didn't creep far enough that Max can cut this in, but certainly the bank.
He's going at this. Forget safe on this one. They're going to look to get on the hill first here.
Mario comes over for some advice, but I don't think he needed to.
No, it's got to be the bank here, I think.
Safety, but I hate the safety. You play the safety and they bank it in, you're gonna hate yourself.
Especially when you're stuck a set too. I think if you're up a set, maybe sometimes you can consider playing safe, but here you just got to take advantage.
Yeah, fully agree. Yeah, maybe even if they're up 3-0 in this set or something, they could do something different. But no,
the scoreline in this set matters.
I think you have to play the score sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Little left spin. Just want to straighten out. He's got it, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Top side of the pocket, but it's down.
Good shot. Well, big mistake from Poland there, really. In good line to win that game, and he shot that 9 ball. Did he hit it maybe too hard?
He had to hit it hard, and it kind of came off the tangent line and then followed a little late, and just one of those shots that happens on new cloth that people that don't play on new cloth don't really have good appreciation for how often these players get it right to avoid shots like that. But yeah, it just bent a lot on him and kind of created an angle that he didn't expect to be there.
You could almost say that the shot before, the shot to get on the 8 and landing that straight in, maybe might have been a small mistake too.
Sure.
If the cue ball wasn't on the rail when they're shooting the 9, then they never get that one wrong.
Totally.
His last break was great. He had 2 balls down and they ran out, I believe.
You remember he went from the middle and he dunked it in the side, so he's going back to the side rail here.
That's right. Yeah.
8's got a chance.
5's
down.
1's got a shot.
There.
1-4 combination, laying pretty good. The 1 should stay near the hole.
It's playing off to the left a bit, but I don't think so much that they'll be in trouble here.
Yeah, just stop the cue ball right there. Should be fine, I think.
Shot.
Very good.
Chance for Austria to come back and level the set score now.
Pretty natural to get on the 2 here. Going to come right in the line of it. Off 2 rails. I have to think just the 2 to the 3 is maybe the only possible trouble. Let's see where they land here. See that nice Predator rest. Had to use it a whole bunch of times this week, and it's great. I love it.
Well, it's got about 6 different levels that you can cue off of.
Well, it's nice and smooth too. Sometimes you see with that moose head or that certain bridge, it's got some edges on it that aren't so clean. That one's nice and clean, super smooth. Speaking of clean and super smooth, good shot there from Mario. He's in a nice position here to win this rack and take the second set.
Cue ball position's totally fine. Very little movement between the 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I don't see them faltering here. All these players so good in the clutch. Like when they really need to win the game, they find a way to win the game.
Yeah, that's what makes the difference at the end of the tournament.
That's what separates the good from the great. Everybody can pot the balls well and move the cue ball around. It's just a matter of who keeps their wits about them.
Philippines leading 2-1 against USA in the second set. USA's won the first set. USA at the table. Use the whole pocket there, but he's okay.
I thought he missed it at first.
Yeah. It's coming to the short side now. Mario just double checking with Max. Needs angle to come back for the 10.
Yeah, you ask him, do you want to be below it or above it? I like staying above it. Just a small draw here, 2 inches.
Yeah, anytime you can move the cue ball less to the half ball angle, it's probably the better play.
To go 2 rails here or just up and down 1?
Yeah, I think 1 and just barely contacting the second one to the right of the 10.
The right long rail, yeah.
Just short rail.
Yeah. Up and down off the short rail, yeah.
Just depends on the angle here. A bunch of shots. Go for the corner.
Straight in. What a huge mistake. Can you believe he just did that? I can't believe he just did that.
I don't either. I mean, if the cue ball was playing that way at all, you just play with a little bit of right or a little bit of left, and Max is beside himself.
Oh, that's a huge mistake. Massive, massive mistake. If they lose this set, they're going to remember that one.
They're going to have to regroup quickly here.
Shell-shocked look on their face over there. Wow.
I think he just caught a little stun off the cue ball, but still.
Yeah, because he didn't hit it thick or thin. Like the 9 went right in the heart of the pocket, I think. So that wasn't the problem. Yeah, if that angle was there at all, he could do many other things. He could have wrapped it off 2 rails. He could have just flicked it with a little siding to avoid that, but hit it perfectly to go straight in.
Yeah, he must have just caught the slightest bit of stun, because I think the following angle was playing into the short rail. That's what he was relying on.
Well, Poland to break, try to win this set, take a commanding 2-0 lead. And was it maybe Daniel's last break where he made 2 balls and they got out?
I think it might have been.
Yeah, I think it was. This spot exactly, too. Let's watch the 1 in the side pocket.
Oh, there it is.
Flies in there. What's the 2 doing? It's coming around in the open. But the 6 has blocked the straight in pocket. Of course.
Didn't expect anything less at Hill. Safes aren't jumping out at me right away either.
I think banking the 2 kind of between the 6-9 to the other end rail and maybe use the 6 for cover with the follow.
Yeah.
At least you can contain the 2 ball that way. It's hard to get it wrong. Worst case, you just leave them 9 feet away.
Yeah, I think the cue ball might run past the 6, which is the only negative there, but very safe with the 2.
Yeah, and often they're just trying to contain 1 ball too. It's love to hide both balls, but sometimes best to just contain 1.
Did hold the cue ball.
This is quality. Quality shot.
I didn't cut it right up the middle there because he knew he couldn't line up the cue ball in the 2.
Yeah, so he flirted with it coming to the left a little more. Played it absolutely fabulous. 2 rails in behind this one, or is the side pocket in the way of that 2 rail escape?
Yeah, it's coming a little tight. Always stun it a bit.
Yeah, Max is pointing at near the side pocket, the first rail. Some left spin maybe to carry it down there.
Mario going into the tank on this one. He knows how important it is.
Yeah, you get this shot wrong, this set's probably over. Shot clock running down. Time to make a decision. 5 seconds to shoot.
The 2 rails just wasn't there, so he tried something with 1 rail. He did okay.
Yeah, that's not bad. Might buy him another shot.
Like the cue ball behind the 10 on this one.
I agree. Might be able to hide both balls here because the 2 could go sort of towards the 3. Well, but I think the speed needs to be softer to stay under the 10, so we'd be just hiding the cue ball here. Yeah, he almost got the 2 under the 8 as well. Really good shot from Daniel.
Jump's possible.
Yeah, and that's why they do try to hide both balls. Say the 2 was behind the 8, this jump would not be there, so. But real tough to get anything happening with this 2, safety-wise. Well. Has he found some cover? I don't think so, but a long way back from the 2 to the 3.
Yeah, rail first with draw here. Real play. Let's get back.
If there's a guy that can do it, it's this man at the table now. He's had himself a week. He's playing great. Leveling out. I'm surprised to see him try to play it like that. Maybe just not too many options. Wasn't willing to risk the big draw shot.
Here comes Austria. Wonder if they'll be able to play the 3 off the 7. Because the angle that you need to follow into the 4-7 is so small.
Yeah, and the 4, I'm certain doesn't go by the 7, so they do need to develop it. Yeah, I think he pointed at the 7. Played in off.
I mean, he'd rather be looking a little more direct at where he's targeting into the 7. This is tough.
Yeah, now they've looked at where to land on the 4 to play the safety.
I think they have to now. Kivo just went a little too far.
Yeah, tough to cut that one precisely into the 7. Yeah.
Gotta make sure they get around the 7 here. Looks okay.
Yeah, it's kind of easy for the 4 to crash into the 7. Got to spin this one properly.
Shot.
Yeah, good shot. Really good shot.
Took away the top short, bottom short rail too.
Yeah.
Took away a lot here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they even get at this ball. It's not easy.
Could tie up the 7 with a 4. Gonna be some obvious safes out of that one, but when you really can't hit the ball, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's what he just looked at. Push the 7 on top of the 4. It's all they got. You hate to just concede a foul, but you got to play percentage pool. The odds of hitting that 4 and having anything good happen are super low.
Just got away with not leaving the pocketing angle, but the cue ball can be stuck behind the 7 here very easily.
Yeah, and they're going to send the 4 towards the 5. It's going to make for easier position later on. He's got to make sure he gets into this ball enough. You don't want the 4 coming up short or crashing into the 8. Oh, he could make the ball. Camera angles are deceiving, Eric.
Yeah, it didn't look like he had it setting up with enough to cut it, but here they go.
I figured a small mistake from Daniel. You're going to concede the foul. You better get it right. I mean, it wasn't the easiest to tie it up, but it certainly was very doable. Mario, very specific with the instructions there, and Max has landed him exactly where he has to be. Got a big bounce there. Corner pocket's okay.
Yeah, still held up all right. Keep on moving comfortably to the left here. Two more balls and we got a level match, Ben.
I think we've still only seen one missed ball.
Yeah, super high quality overall.
It's an unbelievable level of play.
Mistake from Max in rack number 6, but recovered nicely.
Yeah, it looks like it's not going to cost them anything.
Here we are, semifinals of the World Team Championships, all tied up at 1 now. Be the first team to win 3 sets out of 5. We're tied at 2 sets each. They'll go to a shootout. We're going to come back with the conclusion of this semifinal match in about 5 minutes. Back in the box here for set number 3. Eric Horlofson here with Ben Francis. It's going to be a mixed doubles match. Again, reminder, first team to win 3 sets will win the match outright. It's tied at 2 sets each. We'll be going to a shootout. It looks like a possibility at this point, Ben.
Yeah, big set. For both these teams, the winner of this set will guarantee at the worst the shootout. Pull in to break the first rack. They check. Big one, nothing down. Shot on the 1.
Thin one. Jasmine missed one similar in the first set. I'll have the choice to start with either player. It'll be Mario to shoot first here.
Yeah, Mario and Jasmine.
Cheers coming over from the USA-Philippines match. Both players missed the 10.
That cheer was USA getting it to 3-3 in the second set. They're up a set.
Mario missing the 8 nicely here. 2-3-4 plays okay. Gets straight on the 4. They can come inside the 6 for the 5. So possible to get off to a good start here for Austria.
Kind of stole that last set. Looked like it was going to be Poland until Max scratched on the shot from the 9 to the 10. Austria punished him for it. And Max will be playing in the next match in the singles against Daniel Maciol.
Oh, needed to be straight on the 4 here.
What happened there? He just decelerated a bit?
I think it was must have been a half miscue. I don't see him looking at his tip. But
did the tip lift a whole bunch? Something went majorly wrong there.
it sounded a little funny.
Yeah, but you're right. Usually they look at the tip right after.
Yeah.
Didn't see him look at it.
There is a path 4 rails back. He's going to draw it out right now. Yeah, he went to the first contact point, but around the 7 and between the 8, 9. Tough offensive try here for Jasmine. We've seen plenty of balls missed in the side pockets. Has to take care of the cue ball and the pocketing angle here.
Draw it to the other side of the 7. Off 2 rails. Looks pretty good.
6.
Does it get there? Not quite. Good effort, though. Looked pretty good. The line was great. Speed was just a little off.
Mario hasn't given up on the offense. He does only have the right side, so cue ball behind the 10 now. Seven's got to line up with there, and I think it has.
That's a good shot from Mario there.
Haven't really seen Katarzyna play much. She only had a couple safe shots against Jasmine in the opening team set. Men's doubles in the second set, so she's taken less than 4 shots in the match so far.
Yeah, maybe a little cold on the table time, right? But she almost kicks that ball in. What a great effort.
Good attempt there.
Jasmine comes to the table with all the extensions. She's not going to use any of them. Watching the 10 ball. Is it getting there? A little short of the mark, I think.
It is.
It's really thin into a tough side pocket.
Be able to just slow the cue ball down, so doesn't have to worry about that. Kind of a blind back cut here. Aggressive and played it with the inside, and that's the reason why he's missed that one.
Yeah, I think if he plays that with a plain ball, he's never going to miss it.
Yeah, I think there was room over on the right side of the table to do something with the 7, so I'm surprised, considering the tightness of the side pockets, that he decided to spin that.
A couple small mistakes from Mario here in the opening rack of set 3. A little bit worrying for Austria.
Stroke there from Wojciech.
So smooth.
You can see he's going to be leading Katarzyna here. Reasonably simple position, but just reassuring her.
Yeah, I think that can really help, you know, and then she's not guessing if she's doing the right thing. He's really just going to tell her where to put it. She can be more sure about it. It's a quality stroke to get him underneath this 8. They look perfect here. She'll have to play a bit of a tough shot from the 9 to the 10.
Perfect.
Have to watch the 10 with the shirt a little bit here. Is she reaching just enough beside it? Yeah, it's comfortable. Comfortable usually leads to a good stroke. She puts a beautiful one on it. Looking good out there. Very impressed with her. Maybe the more unknown player of the 6, but she's making a name for herself.
Yeah, just doesn't travel internationally as much, but plays every event on the Women's Euro Tour. Has some experience in the Pro Billiard Series. You can see it in her stroke. She's very talented. But I mean, anyone in this spot probably never been to the final 16 of a World Championship. Now she's in the final 4. Wojciech out there with strong support for her.
Well, and the Polish Billiard Federation definitely doing amazing things over there because they've got a whole bunch of players over 800 Fargo.
Yeah, what a nightmare it would have been to pick this team. Like, who do you pick?
Right? That's what I thought. They could have put in 3 teams, all world class.
So they got it right, though.
Absolutely, yeah. Making it even to the semifinal, big accomplishment. This tough field of teams.
Good snap. 1 ball down.
Really good snap. Good power there. 8 ball down. Little shot on the 2 here. Figure he could handle it.
One of the best breaks of the match.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, cue ball nice and central. A couple of balls down. Good shot on the 2. Nice spread of the balls. Can't ask for more than that. Sounds like there's a fair amount of Filipinos over in that crowd because they're sure cheering lots when you're making balls.
Yeah, this is the Hill game over there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hill in the second set on the other TV table. Meanwhile, looking great here. Just draw this one back a little bit. Ball's in the open. 6 ball over the side helps. She gone too far here.
Okay, good power draw. Just a little too far. So he can hold it up with some left if he needs to.
Nice and grippy. This really great cloth. The tables are playing just incredible. Very impressed. That's not just from watching. I was out there playing too. They're playing great. He's using some extra rails here, coming right in the line of the 5. Looks okay.
Yeah, falling angle's going to the left of the side pocket. Telling her to draw it. It's a little more complicated. I don't know. Not sure about that. She can put a little more aggressive stroke on it this way. Be careful not to decelerate through it.
She was pretty smooth on the last draw shot.
It's there.
Smooth on that one too. She's playing great out there.
And the Philippines has taken down the 3rd set against the U.S.
Second set.
Pardon me.
Yeah, That was only set number 2 over
Pardon me,
there.
sorry. Yeah.
So 1 set apiece over there now. Leading into the mixed doubles. It's all about the 9 to the 10, but they're going to have the right guy for the job. Should go all the way to the side rail or just a couple inches back.
Draw's been looking good in this rack. Just cinch this one.
Yeah, and unlike the ball that we saw frozen on the rail, this one is more manageable. The cue ball in the middle. See it.
Nicely played.
Yeah, it arced a little better than the last shot we saw with the cue ball. Good shot. This for 2-0 Poland. Break and run.
Yeah, I was just going to say it. Break and run.
One of very few we've seen in this tournament. Katarzyna with the great break. That's what caused that. Thanks so much to Predator Group and the Pro Billiard Series. What an amazing event this has been. And thanks to all those great sponsors you see along the arena boards there, all coming together to make this event what it is. And 50th annual CSI Expo here. So many players. I can't believe how many players are here. I don't know how the hotel handles it. It's crazy out there.
Yeah, standing room only in the hallways.
Yeah, it's like shoulder to shoulder everywhere you go, and there's lineups everywhere, and casino's crazy. It's super loud in there. And everybody having a really great time. It's over 12,000 pool players here this week. We check the break. Number 3 here in set number 3. Squares it up. Comes across it a little bit. That doesn't often make balls. 6 balls in the way of the 1. Not sure you can attempt a combo from this distance.
Yeah, combo's too aggressive, I think.
Some kind of safety coming up.
Can bank the 1 around the 6. If you're a little bit worried about the 1 playing into the 7 in that case.
I think that's what Jasmine just said. Yeah, bank it around there.
Should lengthen out a fair bit.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it should be okay. He's calling the bank. What a shot.
Creative shot there from Mario.
Unbelievable with position on the 2.
Huge two-way as well. Played behind a big stack of balls.
That was a super shot. Yeah, really creative too. Maybe just a little too thin to play the 2 though. Maybe a safety. Pretty easily behind the 10, you would think.
8-5-7-4 is still a big wall here. Looking to play both balls safe.
Yeah, I think you have to at this level. The player's so good with the jump cue, so good with the kick shots.
Could leave the cue ball over the 10 as well, making the kick tougher. Right over the 10, but the 5's going to be in good line with the 2.
Yeah, she got good cover there and good length. Katarzyna going to the jump cue, I think. Yeah, calling the bank and just trying to leave it long. It doesn't go in.
Yeah, I didn't mind trying to play the cue ball into the 6 to kind of guarantee the cue ball would stay at that end.
I
Gotta hit it pretty squarely here. Advantage on this one, obviously, is that she does have an outside shot at the long bank. Swerved it, caught a bit of right spin. He's on the proper path, but just caught some swerve once it hit the bed.
Yeah.
Good chance for Austria here. Mario coming up with a great shot on the 1 ball. Big dividends.
Yeah, I really earned them this ball in hand. Such a great shot on the 1. That might pump them up a little bit too, you know? Get them going here, down 2-0 in this 3rd set. They got to get moving.
And the question becoming less because of Katarzyna's play throughout the tournament, but when she gets under pressure, still a bit of an unknown. So if Austria can make it close here, see how that plays a factor. Cue ball's drawn on a long rail. Just try and get close to the 6 here.
Jasmine has a great YouTube channel where she explains a lot of ways to shoot some of these balls, and one of the better ones I've watched is the draw shot, how she explains it, and it's really great. She explains it in detail and makes it easy to understand what's happening out there. Most times we try to raise our backhand a little bit to get the draw, but it's the opposite of that. You got to really level out to get that draw.
Yeah, it's contacts the cue ball more purely whenever you're at it with a level stroke. We'll get confused because it's kind of a cheating way to raise your backhand. Lowers the tip naturally, but
Yeah, I think our brain is telling us to raise the backhand, but it's definitely the opposite of that. Sometimes lengthen out the bridge a little bit too, helps you get more level. She explains it so well. See if she just trickles this one in. I think she does. No need to go back and forth here. Right in the middle of the pocket. Good shot. Need to wrap around this 10 a little bit though.
it's going to consider inside. Following angle is missing into the short rail. It'll probably contact the 10 on the way out.
Well, it might work out good if they could bump the 10 to somewhere better. Yeah, like this. We saw it a few games ago with a real smart shot to bump the 9 into a better position. Mario finds a good one there to bump the 10.
Austria back in run-out form now.
Yeah, they're going to get on the board here. And trailing 2-1, still anybody's set. Next set will be Max versus Daniel. It's the same player. Cannot play both doubles and the singles match.
Austria up to 40% on the overall break success now. 0 for 3 on their first 3.
848 to 832. Don't get much closer than that. 2 missed shots each. I don't think they missed a ball for like the first 10 games.
They didn't.
Mario Heat a break. Rack number 4 here in set number 3. Softer on this one.
Yeah,
Much softer.
Yeah, just stayed down on it. Didn't even lift his body at all.
Yeah, that was maybe the softest I've ever seen him hit it. Because he sure loves to rip it. He's got a big break.
Situation for Poland.
You would have to think Katarzyna would play the push. In case they get it back, then it would be Wojciech's shot.
I agree.
Wojciech probably shows her where to push. She'll be the one to shoot it.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna sit back and wait for his instruction here.
Yeah, I agree. Pin it on a rail, though. I don't like letting them see this much of the cue ball.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little too far off the rail than ideal.
Nothing easy here, though.
No. Huh. Seems like you should be able to figure out something with all that stack along the right side, but there's really not much.
Yeah, it's close to handing it back, and they did, yeah. Yeah, I agree. You think you could find something high percentage here, but I'm not seeing anything too great.
You can go thin off the left side and try to, with some left spin, and try to play along the right long rail. The 1 could be banking into the 6 in that case. But if he plays it with a little more speed and kind of gets the cue ball back towards the 9, that won't hurt them as much.
Always at a disadvantage, the one playing the push out. You can see it here, because they had to push to a really tough spot and get it back. Trying to use the 6.
Speed had to be absolutely perfect there.
I think the question to the ref there was, whose shot is it? Because who handed the push out back maybe has an effect.
Yeah, and no, it does. And I like that, though. If they do ask the ref a question, he can tell them what order they're in. No one wants to see players shooting out of order and a foul being called.
So is that right then? Is if Mario said, you guys shoot first, then Jasmine has to shoot the
I guess
push?
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so they would ideally would have wanted Jasmine to say, go ahead, shoot.
Yeah, it seems weird though. Like, I still think it should be anybody's shot because nobody's shot yet.
There's a chance that it might be like that still. We'll check on it for you after the match.
I think if it was a choice, I think Mario would have shot that one.
Right. Oh, yeah, good call, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was always going to be there. Tough little hit. Tough to keep the cue ball out of that pocket off the back rail. Oh, what a super chance for Austria to tie this one up at 2 games apiece. Still anybody's match.
All balls in the open here. Looks like the 3 passes the 10. If it does, it'll make the runner a lot easier.
Yeah, really only the 3 to the 4. Tough shot. Everything's going to be in the open after that.
Maybe it doesn't pass the 10. Gonna have to go all the way past the 9. Should be okay. Playing back into the angle. This is no good if they have to go corner.
It does pass the 10, yeah.
And it's going side.
But tight pockets here. I mean, if they got to cheat that side pocket a little bit, you can forget about it. Oh, lots of room there, yeah. Little angle on the 4 would be nice. Play the 5 in the same side pocket. They just played the 3. Still a little movement needed with the cue ball, but nothing crazy from here.
Cue ball's going the wrong way on this one.
Yeah, she overran that by a little bit. Now he needs to go around.
I think he might even have to draw it into that position.
Yeah, I think so. Can't really follow it. 9 in the way. It's going to take a stroke. Power this one up. The low on the left. I think the Filipino fans might be outweighing the U.S. fans right now over on Arena 1.
They're definitely making themselves heard.
Oh, look out, 7 ball. He's going right in the back of it.
Still there.
Oof.
Pressure pocketing now for Jasmine. Position natural, but missable ball coming up.
Yeah, and there is big time pressure on this 2-2 or 3-1. This is a big game.
No. She suffers in the pocketing in big spots. I've seen it for a long time. Knows the game, knows the correct execution. Just gets caught up on the pocketing sometimes. And she was a long ways off on that one, Ben. Like
Yeah.
a mental dog almost.
Yeah, not really that close at all. And you can almost chalk that one up, you know, you can half blame Mario. Maybe 25% Mario because she overran the shot before. Safety here.
She's not going to get it.
No, that's a mile off of where he was trying to be, really.
Yeah, speed had to be good again. It was on his first attempt at this rack, but it wasn't on that one. Bit of developments here in rack number 4.
See where Mario's pointing there. It's off our left side of the 6. 3 rails around. Try to use the 9 for cover. 10 ball might be big there too. And it is going to be the 10 ball. That's big.
Might have left the right edge. If they did, it's a natural save. Yeah, Wojciech's pointing it out now.
Yeah. Yeah, it is natural because they can contain this ball. Worst case, they don't cover it, but they're going to contain it. Hard to sell out from here, I think.
Fans really getting into it now.
The crowd's loving the Filipinos over there.
I thought they might have been cheering a miss or a chance for the U.S., but it's because the Philippines got the U.S. right behind the 9 ball.
Yeah, a real good safety there. Pretty good shot. Is she eyeballing cutting this ball in? I think she is.
Yeah, second tough pocketing for Jasmine in this rack.
This is really thin. Cue ball's flying. She's overcut it by a lot. Does she scratch? No.
Close.
Could see Mario willing that one out of the pocket too with the body language.
Similar difficulty here for Wojciech. Can't hold the cue ball 1 or 2 rails. How do you get it all the way back?
Yeah.
Try to kill it with the left long rails inside the 7.
Yeah, twice up and down. Sometimes you just put all your focus into this ball and take what you can get. Shot clock running down, a big factor there too. That's, I think, what made him overcut it.
Interesting shots in this rack here. Mario with a similar chance to what Wojciech had. Slightly easier.
After 10 games without a missed shot, the misses are starting to creep in here. It's 2 in a row. Like it backed off, but he's made a mistake here, kissing the 10 on the way by.
Here comes these side pockets at sharp angles. It looks easy on the overhead, but Ben can attest to, he's been out there finishing the final 16 in the men's Las Vegas Open.
It's so hard to play it off of the inside of the pocket. Like, it really wants to rattle.
And that's where you're used to targeting it.
So we almost got to put it right in the middle or it's not going to go in. And she's running out of time. That is a big factor. Well, she kisses the 10 nicely. They're on the 8 here. Good shot. Like Eric said, that looked easy on the camera, and it was anything but easy. She did really well there. You know, I'm surprised Mario didn't take on the pot there. I know he made a mess of the safety, but I really thought he would go for it.
I thought so too.
Maybe just the fact that the other 2 players missed it shook him a little bit, but it shouldn't.
No.
He's so good. Should always believe in himself.
It's the pocket size, though, too. You know, you shooting in 4 1/8 on tough pocketing like that makes a difference in the overall percentages or confidence in the shot.
Yeah, absolutely. He had a lot of open table to work for position, too. It surprised me even more. It wasn't about holding on to the 7 anymore. There's just a ton of open table. Looks like Poland's going to punish him for it. We're on the hill in set number 3. Big game that one was. A couple mistakes from both players. Jasmine missing. A couple of balls. See the misses creeping in there now.
Table's been breaking a little better as the set's gone forward.
Yeah, they're up to 30% and 33% on the break success.
They're at 0 after the first 6.
Yeah. Yeah, you see set 1 there, 0% for both teams. Not those missed shots creeping in. 4 for Austria now, only 2 for Poland. Looks like it'll be Katarzyna to break, and they broke and ran out her last break, so you'll be loving life right now.
She had a break that they produced a break and run off of. Her last one, actually.
Yeah, her last one, yeah, break and run. And the break was great. She made 2 balls. Everything spread out nicely. I think there's something to be said about how she's hitting it, just not super overpowering it. Like, I don't think we're going to see her kick her leg in the air or anything. It's just going to be powerful but controlled. She kicks her leg to prove me wrong.
Of course, everyone was watching that part of it after you said it.
Yeah, I had to bring it up, right? 1 ball straight in the side again, though. That's a really great sign for her. And if her teammates are paying attention, they should be trying to do the same thing on the break.
Yeah, same speed, same square hit. It's playing the 1 that way.
You might think he tries to pot this in the side, but no chance. This is safety all the way.
Off a little long. 7 is going to get in the way, but short rail available for Mario here.
Yeah, definitely able to kick this one with some control. Mario, one of the better players at kicking the ball on tour, I think. Lots of ways to hide behind this 5-10-3 or maybe even the 8-7. Just got to watch the 2 doesn't crash into anything there. Beautiful shot. Really nice shot. And it's those kind of shots that really separate these guys from the rest of the field. It's kick safeties and all the little things inside the game.
No doubt.
Make them so great. Okay, crowd starting to sound a little more balanced over there. USA fans cheering for Skylar and Savannah.
Another jumping air from Wesolowska.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Didn't pick her to scratch there. 3 to the 4 going to be a little bit of an issue. Can't get on the correct side of the 3. Well, maybe the 2 ball, no guarantee.
Yeah, worried about it jamming.
It can definitely jam, so they're not even going to shoot it. And I also think the 3 ball's a factor there. If they could get perfect on the 3, they might risk it, but they can't. Might not be worth the chance.
Wow, what's the safe though, Ben? I mean, you can't just lay the 2 on the short rail. It's going to be too easy to hit.
And she can't be trying to play this in the long pocket. There's no way.
There's no position.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no position either.
I'm not sure on this one.
She looks like she's trying to pocket it. Oh, well, a good shot, but oh, has it rolled off a little?
It looked like it did. Trended away from the rail a bit there. Over that distance and that speed, though.
Definitely gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the straightest tables in the world that are dead level might still have that one roll off a little bit. There's some tracks that the ball creates, especially along the rail there, along the long rail. Should kick this one in a high percentage, but he drove right by. I would have never guessed that.
Me neither. And he's surprised by it. It's not like he had to swerve it and create an angle. It was there.
No.
He's judged it.
Yeah, no reason to miss that ball, really. He's trying to do too much. Maybe just trying to get really perfect on the 3, but first things first, you gotta make the 2.
See if they end up on the 3 here. A few shots back to the 4. Likely going to be played in the top left. Definitely now. A little tougher for Jasmine than she wanted.
Yeah, stay underneath it. Yeah, staying underneath is good because the 5's right there. Right next door. Stop shot's okay here.
Yeah, rest of the rack looking good.
Yeah, definitely no problems. Try to maintain some angle. I like what she did there, getting all the way to the end rail. Just makes life a little easier for Mario when he's close to the ball to control this one.
Yeah, move the ball. Nicely done.
It's perfect. See Mario shaking out the arm there. There's a running high. Trailing 3-1 here. I want to be losing this set.
Underdrawn this a little bit. Still thick enough to. Oh, he's plenty fine, actually.
Yeah, just a little angle on the 9 would be okay, but I think straight in would be manageable with the draw gripping nice and easy. And of course, Jasmine using the Revo. Yeah, and they'll definitely stay on the left side of the 10 here, our left side. No reason to come across. Don't think. Been proven wrong on this one a couple times, but see if she just plays a little low, a little left. I think we're always trying to find straight in on the 10, but we really don't need to be. There's no position after the 10. We just need to pot it. Keep the cue ball out of the pocket.
Yeah, and this shot's so familiar for rotation players. It's a shot that you never really miss.
Yeah, should be really good at that shot. And if you're not, then you need to practice it.
Yeah.
It comes up all the time. 3-2, we got ourselves a set here. What a great match they're having. Nice and closely contested.
Score over on table number 1 in the other semifinal.
This is a world championship.
Good reminder there from our ring announcer. One more reminder for everybody who is in the building. Make sure when you come watch one of these matches, you mute your phone. Can't count how many times I've heard somebody's phone ringing.
2-2 in the second set with USA and the Philippines.
They're having a good one over there too. A really close match. Jasmine to break rack number 6 here in set 3. See that nice new purple BK rush. Sure knows how to get through the balls, but cue ball's down.
Followed through a bunch of balls. I don't even think it got kicked. She just caught a little follow on it, slinked up the left long rail.
And I know she's a world-class player and probably paying attention to stuff out there, but why not break from where Katarzyna broke from?
Yeah, she must really just prefer her side of the side of the table she broke from there, but I agree. It worked a couple times for Poland over there.
Yeah, it hasn't just been once, it's been twice in a row. The one ball just flew straight in the side. Be just trying to replicate that. I'd be really paying attention to the speed she's hitting at. Try to do the same thing.
I agree.
Drawing this one back for the 2 on the side next. He's overrun it by quite a bit. I'll leave her a little bit over the 7. The 3 ball nice and close to the pocket shouldn't be a problem. 5 to the 6 maybe the only work here. Loser of these matches taking home $30,000 per team. Winner's going to guarantee $60,000 for runner-up, and the winner of the whole tournament's going to get $120,000.
Yeah, so big money difference on the line here.
Yeah, $30,000 match, 10K a player, really, with, you know, maybe a lot more on the line if you can take home the whole 120. Could be a $90,000 match. Not sure any of these players have really ever played for a $90,000 difference in prize money.
Shevchuk would be the only one because he played the final of the World 9 ball, which was $150,000 difference. But yeah, rare to see anything close to 6-figure difference in pool.
I think we'll see more and more of it with great companies like Predator and all those great sponsors along the arena boards there, really supporting pool at all levels. Prize money's getting bigger every year. This will be the key shot. Got to come across, shoot the 6 in the same pocket, I think. Missed the 9 coming across here.
As good as he could do.
It's so sweet.
He hit the angle coming back to the 7 too.
Really coming with it this week. He's been super impressive. I mean, he always is, but really seems to love these tables. Dialed right in.
Chance to win the set now for Poland. Guarantee themselves a shootout.
Yeah, what a big set it is. The set number 3, when the score's tied 1-1, so it's huge. Check having a laugh with the referee there. Oh, she almost overcut that one.
It's the whole pocket, and it got her out of position.
Yeah, the overcut made the cue ball shoot to our left a little more than it naturally would have.
Wonder if he's going to miss the 8 entirely if he goes to the top left.
Yeah, I think it's super thin, so I think he misses the 8. The cue ball's flying here. Can he hold it? Or is he going to ship it around off 4 rails? Hold it. Right in the middle of the pocket with the 7.
Good recovery from Shevchuk. Big power draw coming from Ozlovska now, but pocketing pretty comfortable. Not to get him super close to the 9, just get at least a couple feet of draw out of this one.
That's a big key, is you have to recognize who your teammate is. Don't try to overplay this one.
Because if you miss the pocket thin and you're trying to get close to the 9, I guess you just cross it over. But you know, you're just getting out of where you're originally trying to play position for. That's very good from there.
She's been so smooth on the draw shot. Really impressed. These 2 balls to take a 2-1 sets lead. the other table, not seeming to bother him at all. He stayed laser focused there.
Yeah, straight in on the 10, and Poland taking back advantage in this match.
We'll see Max Lechner take on Daniel Maciol. Max needing to win to force a shootout. Daniel going to try to close it out before that. Players are going to take a small break. Eric and I'll step away for a moment as well. Don't go far, everyone.
Yeah, if you want to take a quick look over at table 1, they're at 3-2 in that second set over there. Take a look.
I'm going to go take a look. But there's an absolute ton of pressure out there, especially right now. Loser of this match going to take home 30,000. Winner going to guarantee 60 with a shot at the whole 120. Sounds like we got Hill in set number 3 over there on TV table 1. Well, let's see. Max is going to get a ball down and nothing on the 1.
Yeah, and tough to reach to jump this one. Might have an aggressive thought about kicking it in, but the 1's pretty far from the rail.
Yeah, I think maybe a push out to some other kind of jump, possibly. Be behind the 10. You hate to test somebody like Daniel, who's playing so great.
You're just going to leave him the left long rail here. Kind of hope that kick safe doesn't work out.
Pushing behind the 3 to the kick safe. It's really the only thing you can do at this level. You can't let them see the ball. They're just so good with the safeties. If you let him see the right side of that ball, he was going to not love his next shot. You take this one on, Eric, or are you going to pass it back?
Just don't like where the cue ball is going. A lot of the time on this shot, you got the chance to get the cue ball behind something else, and your only chance here would be the 3. If he was able to stop it somehow, he'd have more coverage. But I don't mind giving it back.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'd be giving this one back a lot of times. Scary because these guys are so good with the kick safeties these days, but got to play percentages. Didn't see him call it anywhere, so it's only safety. And just containing.
Yeah, that's the part I didn't like. Any kind of follow, the cue ball was never going to get behind anything else.
I think a pretty good push out, though. Like, you can't be at an advantage when you play the push.
Sure.
And he managed to maybe buy himself another shot later on. It's called the 1 in the side. It's going to use the 9 to slow down the cue ball. And there's a good wall of balls there to hide behind. Definitely calling the 1 as a just in case. Not trying to make this. Imagine it just goes right in, though.
Not going to be available on the side. Too tough in the corner. Going to be going behind the 2 here. Checked if it's frozen. Cue ball should hit the right long rail regardless.
Yeah, referee always need to check to see if it's frozen in case the player miscues or something, goes full into it. You gotta know.
Shot.
He's done well there to get nice and close to the 2 and take away a lot of escapes here. Not sure how you get out of this one.
Yeah, he still hasn't looked away from the right long rail, so that'll be the most obvious rail for him, but now he's looking away from it. Oh, just actually measuring the 2 rail angle. Doesn't look like he can get that long bend, but I guess he can.
Yeah. At first I thought maybe 3 this direction, but I don't think so. I think only 2. Maybe needs some spin. It's going the other way. Yeah, I don't know about this.
It must be there. Just looks like it's close to the 2.
Yeah, only he would know best. A little bit of spin. Got to miss the 6 here a little bit.
Caught it thinly. Only a shot.
Yeah.
First chance to set number 4 to Austria. Might have to draw into the 2 here. Not clear if the 2 passes the 8. If it does, avoid it.
I think it maybe just passes the 8. Might be able to draw and just miss the 2. Shoot it in the long pocket. Softly into it. Beautifully held.
I didn't want it to go down, and it didn't. He's the favorite now in this rack.
He showed some great control there to keep the 2 over the pocket. Easy for that to just plop in there, and he'd have nothing on the 3. You could see how deep it was in the pocket there.
He'll go side this time on the 5. There's been avoiding the sides, but comfortable enough here.
Man, might have the bottom right corner too, but I think he's going to play position for the side. Small angle on the 6. Doesn't want too much angle. 7 ball, I don't think passes the 9, so only the bottom right corner really available. Well, I don't think we've had a shootout on the TV table yet in the team event, have we?
Not that I can remember. They've all happened to be on the outside tables.
Be nice to see one on the TV table. Not that I'm rooting for anyone in particular here, just rooting for a close match. Give the crowd what they came to see. Bit thin on the angle here to play this with any control to get on the 7. It's a good shot. Comes around it. What a great shot. Doesn't want the cue ball on the rail here, though. Be just far enough off that he can get underneath it if he needs to, but I think short side on the 8.
Yeah, just going to cinch this one in, I think. I'm actually down the line. He's pretty straight.
Yeah, it's not going to the end rail either, or to the side rail. It is pretty dead straight. Maybe you can punch it over to the side rail a bit, so he's not so far away from the 8.
Just doesn't follow.
That's what he's done, yeah. And this is good. Don't need to be dead straight in on these ones. Just got to watch the point of that side pocket doesn't jump out here. Daniel looking very focused, waiting for a chance.
Oh, he's missed it.
By a lot.
There was lots of room along the long rail to kind of miss it before the pocket, but definitely couldn't miss it on that side.
Never even threatened the pocket there. Missed it by a lot more than I would have guessed. Still a bit of a tough shot here for Daniel, but you favor him to get it down. Especially considering the situation when he thought he maybe wasn't shooting this rack. Now you got a free shot. Usually that's when you take advantage. He does. His teammates love it. They'd love to not have to shoot again in this match. Just sit there and watch their man bring it home. I think these two teams were always going to be big contenders in this tournament, but Poland, they could always put in one of the strongest teams with many different players.
Yeah, it looks like they have a female to back up that side of it now, too.
Very nicely done. 1-0.
The Philippines winning their second set in a row. Hill. 2-1 in the overall match score.
They stole that one a little watching that game before this game started. Skylar kind of made a bit of a mistake getting Savannah to the 8. She played a good save. They kicked out of it and left them in a tough spot. Forced the hill, and Philippines took advantage.
Yeah, they were on the hill first there.
So it's going to be SVB to try to force the shootout over there against Carlo Biado. The Black Tiger versus the South Dakota Kid. Let's just have a shootout on both tables. That would be fun, right? Daniel going to have something to say about that.
Oh, what would happen if we did them at the same time? There'd be too much cheering. They'd have to kind of shoot in between.
Dry break.
Yeah, good break from Asiel, right on the nose, but nothing down, and a shot for Lechner here. Good chance to get right back in it after making a mistake on the 8 in the previous game.
Katarzyna, the only one to figure out the break here.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed that? All these great breakers out there. She's had the most consistent one. I think taking a little speed off and cutting it just that slight amount seems to be working. And these guys just trying to rip it down the middle. It's not working out. Gotta stay smooth on the draw shot here.
Another miss from Lechner.
Not feeling it out there.
No, something's off.
I'm going to bring it up again. You see that man in the top left of your screen? Why is he not out there?
Yeah. And especially with Max not being out there for the other matches in the tournament. Mario was the third member early on, so Max just doesn't have as much experience playing.
He might have played
the team
one
pressure.
of the matches, but I'm not even sure about that.
Odd.
Yeah, I hate to bring it up again, but definitely very curious choice to have Albin on the bench. Certainly no argument that he's the best player in Austria. Maybe the best player to ever come out of Austria. I mean, his sister will put up a good argument there. Look at this, threads the needle between the 5, 7, 10, coming around perfectly. What a great shot that is. It's those kind of shots that these guys make look so easy, but it's so hard. Not just pocketing that ball, but being so precise with the cue ball, missing all the traffic.
Yeah, and kind of the bailout shots, right? Not that he put himself in that position, but the tougher shots, getting back in line right away a lot of the time.
Yeah, with these really top players, it doesn't often take them 2 or 3 shots to get in line. They figure it out on the first shot.
He's back out of line now. Can run into the 6 here.
Yeah, might have to deal with the bump on the 6. Not sure he could stretch it enough to beat the 6. You can see him straight into the 6. Should be okay. Hard not to get a shot after that.
Between them, going to make the pocketing on the 4 tougher.
Yeah, and getting to the 5 will be a challenge now as well. Small windows to get there.
Yeah, going to need some right spin on this one, I think.
I don't know about trying to get that window from where he is.
Has to, though. Nothing's happening on the draw. 2 balls running into the 6. 10 balls playing big.
And too thin to stay on the left side. Yeah, on this other long rail where his hand is.
Got it.
The speed looks supremely good. What a great shot.
2 good recoveries for Maciel in this run out so far. Has to avoid the 9-10 coming back towards the 6.
And again, just making that shot look so easy when it's so hard. Like pocketing the ball was difficult, but controlling the cue ball like that off 3 rails.
With spin, too.
Amazing.
It's good here. Good quality follow.
Worrying moments for Austria. You'd have to think. Daniel looking in dead punch here.
And Max with 2 missed balls in the first 2 games. Max gonna have to dig deep here.
Yeah, if anybody can do it, might be Max. Very focused player out there. He doesn't seem to get angry. Doesn't seem to let emotion get the better of him too much from what I've seen. Speed might need to be good here. He's coming across the line a little bit. Yeah, I don't think he checks it off one rail. Then he could stay in the line, right? 2 rails was more comfortable, especially on slippery cloth. But look at this.
Yeah, he's over top of the 9 and only has the right side of it, which is not going to help him at all for position.
Does he maybe just take what he can get here? And
yeah, still has a 2-rail path back to the 9 in the side. He's got to hit it with some speed too, and see how over top the 9 he is here.
I think the left,
he's level queued at it.
Rather, the right spin might help him if he's trying to get to the 9 in the side. Yeah, which he does. Come up a little short, but it's very manageable.
3 rails around now.
Yeah, I'm certain it's missing the scratch into that top left, and he can just level out here, focus on potting the ball. It's perfect. Straight in on the 10 for a 2-0 lead.
Sure on this one.
Yeah, maybe something caught his eye there too. Maybe somebody in the crowd just moving a little bit. Not a problem. Oh, it is a problem.
I wonder what caught his mind there, because he just kind of reset out of nowhere.
Wow. Not going to see that too much from him.
It's one of the easiest balls we've seen missed.
I think like he was awkward a little bit on the bridge out of the pocket, but no excuse.
No.
He's got nothing to blame except himself there.
Huge turnaround, set number 4.
Yeah, staying focused, not too negative out there in the chair. That's important. Max still got to get this one down. Nothing seems like a gimme anymore.
Look out for the corner.
Whoa.
That cue ball of scratching there.
He didn't seem worried about it, but I was worried about it. Looked like he was straight in when he hit it.
Well, nerves coming in for both players here in the 3rd set so far. Near scratch from Max on the 10. 2 missed balls and a missed ball from Maciel now. You could see it even building a little bit in the 3rd set. Jasmine and Mario making some mistakes late in the set. There's big pressure out there, Ben. Don't discount it.
Crazy amount of pressure. I've played in this event once, and it was nerve-wracking out there. Trying to play not just for your teammates, but for your country. And we had a couple of shootouts, and it was brutal out there. I don't know if I've ever sweat that hard. My hands were dripping. You didn't want to shake my hand after those. I just slipped right off of there. This bump only. Big turnaround for Max. He's going to break this 3rd rack here. See if he can find a ball down. Keep himself at the table. One gets kissed instantly, and well, maybe kissed again and in the pocket, and the 2 ball is available.
Yeah, see how much pocket he has past the 9. Looks like enough.
Now the ball's in open here. Maybe only the 8 is the problem, but the 7's right there. 4 to the 6, nice and easy, so you'd favor him to get out here a lot of times.
Yeah, he's got enough pocket here.
This is always what happens to me in pool. I miss that straight in 10. It cost me like
on
4 games. Yeah. All the luck for my opponent after that. Pool gods say, you had your chance.
7 and the 8's going to be the only tough position here. Got away with a small bump on the 7.
Yeah, certainly not trying to go into the 7 there, I wouldn't think.
Like where it is a little more now than where it was before as far as playing into the short side of the 8, and that's what we'll be going for.
Yeah, absolutely. Last thing he wants to do is play some tricky combo on the 8. little thinner on the 4 than he'd love. I think he can hold this one, though. Or come across to the other side. The 6 is probably fine, too.
What's happening here, Ben?
I can't believe some of the shots this guy is missing. Why didn't he do that against me? I'm just kidding. He did. I just didn't punish him. Yeah, you don't expect these kind of misses at this level, but like you alluded to, pressure is massive out there. Massive amounts of pressure. And it affects everybody. These guys are elite, but they're human. They have a beating heart. And the balls are around. It's a tough game. Bit short here.
Yeah. He's okay to hold it up with some inside. Yeah, he is. Don't forget, he's a fairly small angle on the 7. Can't just settle for straight in here.
Yeah, it needs to be to the left of middle table, just a hair. But middle's a good target here. You've got to figure that missed 10 ball might be in his head a little bit too. He's going to want to be straight in on the 10. Should be okay. 9, nice and close to the pocket. One good shot here. Figure the work is done.
Soft drew it over. Thought he'd go to the right long rail, but this will work.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I thought he was going to stun it over there, but landed perfect on this 8 ball. Smooth stroke he put on that one. This lefty is super smooth. I've been watching him closely now for a couple of years. He's just got incredibly better, along with all the Polish players.
Young too, Ben. Younger than 25 for sure. Might be closer to 22.
Definitely very young. Yeah, might be just old enough for Vegas. It's going to slide it up that right side rail by the looks of it. Touch of inside. He's coming across. Yeah, I like it this way. Take out the scratch. I think he maybe likes this a little better than straight in. He missed the last one straight in.
Yeah, a bit of a different vantage point on this one.
More comfortable with the bridge here, I think, too. The last one was just in a bit of an uncomfortable spot. And I'm certain something caught his eye last time.
Yeah, you could tell by how he stood up. He kind of looked up into the crowd. You know what's funny that we never thought of? That he was shooting towards the Austrian team.
I would hate to think that maybe one of them moved a little bit.
Even if it's by accident.
It can very well happen. A lot of times I got to sit on my hands because I'm just a little, agitated, and it's easy to just move a little bit without even thinking about it.
And if he thought for some reason it was the other team, that would shark him even worse than someone in the crowd, I would think.
Absolutely.
We're just speculating.
Yeah, just speculating. But I did think the same thing. He was shooting straight towards them. I do think it was probably somebody in the crowd, though. Just trying to get a little closer look. Nonetheless, 2-1. Poland after a big missed ball from Max there. A big mistake on a pretty open layout. And again, never really threatened the pocket. Overcut it all the way. Still going with full power down the middle. Hasn't worked yet. What do they say the definition of insanity is? Trying the same thing over and over again, expect a different result?
Yeah.
Can they flick in the 8 here? I think they can.
Yeah, Max is looking like he's going to go on offense here.
Should play for position on the 1. I would think the 1 is going to be certainly available after they kiss in the 8. Might be a little thin, though. Four ball will be a problem later on, but he'll worry about that after this shot. Try to make a plan now.
Yeah, straight on the 3 can play him up the right side of the table, and there is room on the short side between the 5-10.
And the 6 ball, a bit of an issue here too, so there's definitely some work to do for Max. I think he could use this though. Like open table run out is nice, but I think, you know, a little bit of work here couldn't hurt. Get him back in stroke, regain his confidence.
He got in between here. He's going to have to take distance if he wants to get straight.
Yeah, could he power draw it all the way to the top rail there and back out towards
he can. Yeah, I was just worried that the cue ball could be going behind the 6-9, but
yeah,
maybe not.
Too much angle for that. Maybe he can just stun it over a little bit.
Well, it's okay coming back into the angle. It's got a little slightly too much angle now, though.
Oh, and this is a shot he just missed. Very similar. Very similar shot, trying to hold the cue ball.
I don't know if the following angle gets through it enough without any right spin.
Yeah, I might need that touch of right, and that really brings in the miss, especially at a slow speed. Sometimes those little errors can really make you dial in, though. Sometimes it just slows you down a bit. You start paying attention a little bit more. Other times, you just keep missing.
He did need some right spin, and he played it perfectly.
Yeah, he used the whole pocket there, too, to slow down the cue ball. If he overcut that one, he was getting too close to the 4. Or maybe even behind the 5. Another key shot coming up. Needs good angle on the 5 to get to the 6. Which has got nice angle here.
I think he just run the cue ball at the side pocket and try to play into the short side of the 6.
Into the top left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the side pocket for the 6 is really, really tough. Even if he landed perfect. Look out. This is coming in pretty hot.
They're clapping over there, so some fans can see that it does go.
Yeah, it'll go on the left side, but this is tough. These are tight pockets. Ton of pressure out there. Feel he needs this rack. You want to be trailing 2-1, trying to make the comeback here. 3-1 rather.
It's 4 missed balls in the set for Lechner, and it's just not coming together for him in set number 4 here.
Yeah, that's more missed balls than he's probably had all week. Did a second prize here, leaving it tough, but I think one good safety from Daniel. I think he can most likely contain the 6 too. Well, he's gonna try at the bank. It's a bit of a two-way shot, but it's on a pretty good line. Half chance to make this ball.
Yeah, it's going to tighten up a little bit because it's close to the rail. He'll know that.
Well, and if anything, that's the way he wants to miss it.
Yep.
So it hits the other side rail and go towards the 10. Don't want to miss it long here. It's in the heart.
He's got it.
What a super shot.
Wow. Austria with their backs against the wall now, and their players struggling out there.
Yeah, the misses are creeping in, which is surprising after the first 10 games and not a missed ball between them. Suddenly, we've seen a whole bunch of misses since then. Including a straight-in 10 ball from this man, but I don't think he's making that mistake again. Seems to be pretty composed out there too, right? His face isn't getting red. He doesn't seem to be sweating at all.
very, very mature for his age.
Yeah, seems to have a great mind for the game. You could see after he missed that 10, he just sat down in his chair. He wasn't frowning, not shaking his head, not negative in any way.
Totally.
That's an underrated skill. I know you know all about that. You wear your heart on your sleeve too.
I do, yeah. I'll admit it.
I've always been that kind of player too. I'm just slowly learning to try to stay calm out there. It's not easy to do. This game will make you rage. 3-1 Poland, 1 rack away from the final. I mean, Wojciech's won lots of money before. You think Katarzyna's ever won a prize this big?
No.
No, definitely not, right? Do you think her heart's just pounding through her throat right now thinking about the money?
Even Savannah, I could see it in the hill game over there. She can feel the possible payday.
It's so much money. She could send herself to college.
Yeah.
A good college.
Safety efficiency getting back up there after they started off pretty low, 70% and 83%.
Both teams shooting over 800 in the player performance. Pretty strong match. Just a couple key misses. He's got a couple balls down. Where's the one going?
Shot on it.
Yeah, this could be it. Austria might have played their last shot of this tournament. Ball's like pretty nice here if he could get on the 3 next. Pot the 1. It's not easy, but it's there. What a big moment in this tournament. Daniel Maciel with a chance to close it out. Tough opening shot. These are tricky.
It's there.
Handles it with ease. 6 to the 7's a bit of movement, but favor him getting there with the 5 close to the 6. He can get what he needs on the 6.
Yeah, 9's just a little pesky for some of the ideal tracks that have to be taken for the rest of the out, but he should find a way to manipulate around it.
Yeah, trying to get around this 9 here. Sometimes you just end up dead straight on the 4, and you can't afford for that to happen.
He's pushed it out of the way now.
That's so smart. So smart. Back and forth across.
I think so. A little too much angle to hold.
Yeah. Just gotta watch the side pocket a little bit here, but I think the rails are so bouncy. You don't have to spin this one too much. Needs this one to go a little bit. Be on the wrong side of the 5 to get to the 6.
Yeah, see what he comes up with here. There is a 1-rail power draw.
Yeah, and you'd think on a worn-in table, you'd probably go forward with inside spin. Doesn't work here on the slippery cloth. So I think you're right. I think he needs to power up the draw across and back over, and might affect getting perfect on the 6. But I think he could handle a little angle, and he could handle straight in, so...
Yeah, cue ball doesn't have to be pinpoint. Just make sure you get it across the center line of the table.
Yeah, you don't want to be dealing with too much angle on the 6.
He's got it.
He's so smooth. What a smooth stroke that is. He's going to be a bit straight, but he can just draw this one back.
Just get close to the 7 here.
Yeah, the 9 over the side. This looks like this could be the last tough shot for Team Poland in the semifinal.
Well, a couple close sets for Austria. I mean, the first set was... Couldn't really put my finger on what pulled away Poland there. Definitely this last set. Look out for the cue ball.
Wow.
It's in, Ben.
What a mistake.
Just as I'm wrapping up the match. Goes off in the corner.
He really gripped it there. I know I've said it again and again. The draw is really grippy on these tables, but he way overhit it. Wow, what a chance for Max to keep Austria alive in this set. Anything can happen from here still.
Yeah, and Poland's going to be reeling from a miss.
That can be hard when you're Daniel. You know, you had just a great chance right there, and the next time you get to the table, you might have a whole bunch of tough shots. I like how he pumped that one in there. A little authority on that one. 3-2. Still alive, Austria.
Beato and Van Boning doing battle on table 1. Get you a score there right now.
How many times do you think those guys have played? 100? 200?
Yeah, lots.
You could see Daniel's face a little redder after that one. As predicted, that'll make the heart pump pretty quick when you make a mistake like that. See if Max can punish him here.
2-1 in the set score line. Philippines ahead.
He's got the 1 ball down. He's going to get a shot on the 2, or is the 4 going to spoil it?
He's got one.
Yeah, he's got a shot here and a real chance to get this to 3-3.
Cue ball's playing between the 3-6.
And I've always thought the team coming back into the shootout has a big advantage, especially after a mistake like that from Daniel. Needs a good shot here. Not easy to dodge some traffic if he's going to cut this ball on the side. I think he needs to play it in the corner, but looks like he's eyeing up the side pocket.
2 rails around the 6.
Oh, he's handled it well. What a great shot. Easy to end up jacked up over the 7 there or something, but he's held the cue ball nicely. One more good shot away, you feel. Gets position on the 4. The work is done. Nothing super easy here, though, to get on the 4.
Yeah, the cue ball's strung into the 6.
Yeah, and if he tries to wrap it 2 rails between the 6-10, he's going to have a real long shot on the 4.
It's still hitting the 6, too. Try to fall through both sides of it, I think. Good shot. That was the only way out there.
Very good shot. It's not easy to get the inside juice to grip like that on this slippery cloth. Put a good stroke on that ball. Oh, what a chance to get this to 3-3, and then we all know anything can happen in one rack.
It's been shaky in this set so far. This one's easier than this.
Yeah, he's got to bear down.
And he's almost missed that one.
Raked his feet on the way in. Albin smirking up there. He knows that ball could have hung up.
Seven's gonna have to go in the long pocket.
Yeah, I think so. It's not worth trying to get above it here. Doesn't really pay off much anyway. Powering it up though. Yeah, I don't know. Getting above it gained a big advantage here.
Definitely more angle than he wanted. 2 rails back can play okay.
Sort of between the 8-9 for the 8 and the side.
I was just going to go and take the longer shot on the 8 in the top left, but he looks like he is drawing it. He's got to get good if he's playing in the side here.
Look out. Oh, he got a good bump there.
Nice.
Didn't have to turn out like that.
It's fine now.
Yeah, the 9 in the corner. Next looks to be a safer route. Could play it to the side too, but kind of like the corner. Now, this would be pretty clutch after the mistakes that he's made. It's not easy to recover the way he has.
Yeah, I was thinking, Maciel had the match in his hands, and if Lechner was able to lock him out the last 2 racks, that'd be a very clutch performance. It's got 1 down now.
Yeah, he's going to get a chance to break, to win the match, and force a shootout. Pumps the 10 in. 3-3 here in set number 4. What a match. Albin getting up for the high five too.
Max with head in his hands.
Yeah, he knows he's let a couple of racks slip away here, and it might not even be hill-hill. Check having a little snack there in case it gets to a shootout. Get a little energy. The final of this tournament we'll have coming up at 7 p.m. tonight. You don't want to miss that.
Yeah, juniors final at 4 p.m.
Yeah, just a little over an hour's time until the junior final between Sofia Mast and Albert Januarta. Should be a good one. I think we'd get a good crowd. Trying to support Sofia there. Meanwhile, Max to break here to try to force a shootout. 1 ball went in the side on his last break. You'd love to see that again.
Off the point this time.
But the 2 gets kissed in, and the 1's going to dress up. Look at this chance.
Yeah, tester on the opener here, but he does have a chance to lock out Maciel. Force a shootout.
Wow, how much of a blow would this be to Maciel not shooting again after drawing that cue ball in the corner?
He's got to be real precise with the cue ball here. It's playing into the top right.
Yeah, not easy to come across this one with any kind of precision. But if he gets this one correct, the rest of the rack lays really nice. Looks like the 5 will pass the 8.
There's very little room between the 9 and the long rail there, and it's going to be bending forward a little bit too.
You're right, it really wants to go in that top right corner. Need to spin it a little here.
Oh, he's hit it absolutely perfect, Ben.
What a great shot that is under so much pressure. This would be something else if he can just close him out here. Daniel Maciel will be having nightmares about drawing that cue ball in if this doesn't go their way. And maybe even just the shot before or a couple shots before for Daniel, like when he landed a little short on the 5, it caused him to get straight on the 6. If he had any angle on the 6, he was out of the woods, no problem.
Yeah.
Anywhere but straight in.
Yeah, and it's odd to just go straight into a pocket like that, like not off another ball. You know, it's not. It is a mistake, no doubt, but it's not like a flinch on a pocketing error or something.
Yeah, the draw just gripped a lot. Maybe a little adrenaline in the stroke too can definitely be a factor. I know I always overhit the ball when I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the following angle is going in between the 8-9 here.
Yeah, one more good shot away, right? Gets on the right side of the 6. This could be it. Jiggled it in, and that caused the cue ball to slow down a bit. It's not on the correct side of the 6. Still very manageable.
And the Philippines has taken down the USA, and they'll be moving on to the final at 7 p.m. tonight. Tough one for the USA, losing 4-3, 4-3 in set number 2 and 3. Meanwhile, Lechner has to stay focused here, and he's missed it.
It's so easy to lose focus with all the commotion there. I feel for him.
See how it's ended up.
Perfect.
Oh, it's, jeez. What a turn of events we've had here in the last 30 seconds.
You know, you can definitely blame the crowd a little bit there, but Max has hiccuped a couple times in this set.
5th missed ball.
5 missed balls in one set is almost unforgivable. Good showing from Team USA. Get to the semifinal. They're going to take home some good prize money, $30K. It's $10K a player, nothing wrong with that. And it looks like it's going to be Philippines versus Poland in the final. Katarzyna trying to breathe there. I think it's more nerve-wracking watching your teammate play than it is playing.
Yeah.
I'd always rather be out there shooting the balls myself.
Especially if she knows there's another 10,000 coming her way. Just her way. 30,000 for the team.
Yeah, and with a chance at a whole lot more. I don't see him slipping this time, Eric. I think he's going to get the job done. You don't get to the level he's at without being pretty clutch in these situations, but there is so much pressure out there. Anything can happen. Just a hair short, but the angle's nice and natural. Touch of right spin. Nerve's got to be running real high right now, though. He looks cool as a cucumber out there.
Yeah, he's handled this well. He's got it.
Yeah, and that's
looks good.
That's gonna do it. He's pretty happy with himself. He managed to recover after a big mistake. This is gonna send Austria packing in the semifinal.
Yeah, looking dejected over there. Put up a good fight. But there it is. Poland advancing to the finals against the Philippines. We're going to have that match at 7 p.m. local time for you. Handshakes all around.
Great match. Hugs from Poland. Love to see the emotion out there.
Ben Francis and Sarah Corlison, be sure to join us for the final of the World Team Championships at 7 p.m. local time. Talk to you soon.